Yamamo Akwaba. Afetu mekanisha yen. Our Facebook on so and afenso YouTube. Nina DLFM 106.9. Nakasi bono yemfa munchirimu emfa ensomu. Mekasi aso ya no ena show mangana. Ijashishia so metre otumija dwumakuo no. Ghana National Fire Service for ese yen kanchire Ghana for se nedu yata. Ya wada no pay ebobu suma yegobi ne da etoso aduonu num. Emfempem yenu ne aduonu num mu. Incrension brani biasi ewatama Valco runabout. Ma meka say shenkani bia na ode ka na ekọ ne di meto dwa nanso no. Fofia ntwata na odwade aba mo shenkani no. Wahwere ne nkwa ewo nkwanhia a onyaye no emum. Na nkrata Ghana National Fire Service mpeni for the battle abonten echire mu say ehenya kwanya nkwanhia no pa no. Na registration number no eye GR 2773-25. Na mreka tenta na odinti ka ne fire ne kwan so ena ekokobọ eye security camera probe ewo eye tamavaku na bato no mekesi no announcement shenkani no watimi ahwere ne nkwa na odumja adwuma yekuo no echire mu am wano mrante ombo adwuma ewo tama metro fire station ebo mode de brikatente ekopie mu emra omunyante yese enkwahyablani bi esie no ne mo nkopie mu no na mpa ne ampa ne nuane ampa na enkwahya na esie ampa na mekese na hyen ne de atete kram ka no na bags ahodo nyina sesei na omu kire mu am nipa na ohya ka ne mu so de sese ka na trapo no jeze we de ya afidie emmia na tare baabi agese eteki wonom 10 solid minutes ansana wonom etimi atwena mu no de afiri ehyen no emum na odumja adwuma yeko ne kirem sem wonom omoden etime de na mu no de ama Ghana Post Service enkrabata eno no ewotama ne potem na mekase de mu no eyadem na kopie mu ewotama General Hospital ekwa akwada mu kurabia na abusuafo ne mpanifo atimi apapa no na wadem o kirem kase de yade aka na ase no omde ka kopie mu otama community 1 police station so omonye na wadem hyase enyem emu ehwehwemu na odumja adwuma yeko no eba amane sem womde yakọ edema abusua womde hye etimi nam kwanhia so ahwere ne nkwan na mu kirem sem wanom efa akwanya we so ede kokobọ de ama Ghana hyenkafo na ade hye ayefa kwantempon so sem efiri neko yenyina da yemfa ekwan so kosekose homra no emfanya adwuma frita nansen sede nkwanhia no ama ne musuo no eha adwenyi pam de sede pa bekra se otu kwan akwa se yaba mfikire pe na nkwanhia de ha adwene sente yenyina yemwe na mrika tenta yetu ne yakwa so nam so nkwanhia sie no eto entumi entwa we ne enkra hodo am efiri odumja adwuma yeku a awo maganam na mo se yenka nkyere Ghana fo se yenhwe we ne nkwanhia no enipa pi na ewu
Yentoa kasebone so na ege Ghana mampani abedi eche eye Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman ede atuja HM say ya ban na hofama ye pa so betimi ahye na niema ombehia ewo sukuu pom ahodro na beboa madesua ho semetimi akoso ye nna no ade aban ebeye sanso ana ochemu say yensesemu eba education sector no enye nipa wo honom kwa na motion na emo motion akwanya soronko aye mofra no so betimi anya Elisika omode ebu anu so betimi atena hoda na ya ahohyeso so ewo school mu no emofra no etimi enya ewo honom na the nsemi etudwa wabro konstra hwe ewo ya so ye hwa disua ho nsem ewo man Ghana mu no di tudwa na ochemu se eye aban nani da so so mbehwe ama eye school pom ahodo no eye adisua mu ayeden ewo honom ye papa na mofra no so no etimi asua ade ewo honom no chema ohwe senior education sector na atre ye pa na chese dwumekwa ho be ye duasa de ehon ana school no ewo honum na chese school no emu tre ewo manga na mu ye papa nte hu be hia so mbehwe na niema mu hia ewo school ponim nina no monsa ebetimi aka no chema ohwe manga na mu ye national budget no adisua ho nsem age 40% na enu achi ne krampo no aye ohaw no muguso amofem to mo bomodin ahwese eye ohaw ni no betimi aso ano na bibia timi akoso ewo suku ahodo enu wo oman Ghana mu we na okasa na oche mu se ohun ni sua hu wa bra na oye osoafo na hwa disua ho nsem no ohun niama bebre ewo honum te yade obomodin ahwe so how school pan ahodo no fm no betimi ahwe na disua ho nsem etimi akoso ye odin sem say editudwa.
In terms of the new universities and so on, we made that promise in our manifesto and we are going to operationalize them. Our interest is not only the numbers, it's also to ensure that we can diversify the tertiary space. and film them. And you can see that is why we did the Eastern University the way we did. And that is also part of the reason why we raised the status of the polytechnics to technical universities. It wasn't a joke, it was a lot of hard work. And I was assuring the minister that the steps that lead to the postgraduate programs still remain. So we have not, some people thought that we had thrown away the polytechnics and now we are doing it. That's not the case. We didn't think it was right to tell anyone that, oh, you can, if you are studying a technical subject, the highest you could go was an HND. We thought that was unfair. If the person has the talent, has the interest to go further, why can't the person go? So we created a space for people to, to fly as high as they could go, and not to have the government itself capping, their ways. We thought that was wrong, and that was also not helping us with our own economic development, because it's about the quality of the human resource that will drive that economy. And so if you don't train them to the highest level, it means that you have decided that you are not going to go further, and we didn't think that was the way to go. I hear you on discipline. I think that as that one, everybody's responsibility.
DLFM 106.9.
Ene ya wuti ye Ghana mampeni abedi eche Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyei.
Yanto akasebo no so na yemo emfanwura mu ewo Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama kache. Na mekese Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama edensem atudwa echiri mu am. Wiase nyina eka nkro ejina ebibiman eso ne senti osrada sabibiman aka nifo ne nyina da enkebo ne nyina yampre na mpuntu emrebimam na wiase nyina no mpuntudwuma etimi enkoso. Ghana mampeni decide to dwa emra enhyemudi a etoso eduowotwe mekire ATF section edema United Nations General Assembly. Jumade ne todwa enaya wade ya ebobosuma yegomene de etoso adu nunum na Ghana mampeni echirimu a wo hwe nhyehyɛ ahodo a wono magye ene free samre ekwapem mfimpim yenu ne aduonum 2015 ni mo no na ese bibiman emebu ne pii na yawo wono mo bewa ahoden mapa agina mo nanso wanim de ayeboa ma yekekere wo man nanso hwese de bibiman ekweyi a yetwe epieto fa yeto jese yetwe fa yebopa punto nkoso bibia basam na Ghana mampeni kyerem sei se bibiman ewo mebura mo hoden etumi bo moden ya dwumaden emesika ba fie dia adenti na wiase afa na nyina wonom enta bibiman ekyire na punto etumi ma enko wiase nyina Ghana mampeni kyerem sei osrada se bibiman akandifo ni nyama moden hyehyɛ pa no obi an na fom de ne ye nyina yemwo na bibiman no etimi enko na mefisa dan sensa de akro no ehu pam so hwe mpuntu dwuma hodo se bibiman etimi ye no yentimi nye enne bosia na ya bra sa ebe wie na ka ye de ne se debi won be che koto afiase Ghana mampeni kyerem sei de do de emra se bibiman nyina be soro preko pe na ye adwumaden ne ya ma mpuntu mapa etuma ba bibiman mu na wiase nyina hunu sei dachi bia na bibiman na ye wiase nyina edi daso ode nsem sei ede tujwa.
Already today, Africa is a catalyst for human potential and development, as well as for economic reform and ecological stability. Africa is a catalyst for systemic change. If this reality, which is fact-based and straightforward, seems provocative or unsettling, perhaps it's because you are viewing it through the lens of centuries of filters, colonialism and imperialism, and the resulting implicit bias. Maybe you are unaware of the resilience of African nations or their remarkable ability to make a strong comeback just when you think it's safe to count them out. That is what is happening right now in my own country, Ghana. Our constitution limits leaders to 2 4-year terms. In January, I was sworn in for a second term, which, let me point out, was non-consecutive with my first term. Our currency, the Ghana cedi, was rapidly depreciating, faced with rising inflation, a huge debt burden, and low morale amongst our citizens.
Eno ache no ena Ghana mampeni kasemo ena ode na di say wo hwe bi mem ha no muse ya Nyankopon aboa ye papa pa visa ya asase ahodo aye wo no ene asase ne ya sade asase ene pa wom ye wo gold ye wo diamond ye wo bauxite ye wo kwa ya ahodo nyina wo mayi mu ensuo atwa ye ho ahia enam nyina wo mu bi natural resources na se mera so se bi mai tumi tenase na ye bo ho ban na de bibia be bo na bi man so yetimi etumpon efrise eya se bi man ha ejapade we nyina wo ha na nso de biada ehu boto anu fa kura nhim eba ne se na ebu ehu abofan ape abrofo no be take advantage of us no ma tete ya guani mu ase te osrada bi man ka bom ku ahodo nyina nso de prekope na kan ni forma made anyira mo na so na nyina ye moa se be bo na bi man so etime akonanim ego empuntum.
In this era of global uncertainty, Africa must exercise sovereignty over its natural resources to raise the necessary funds to ensure the well-being of its citizens. The days of parceling out vast concession areas to foreign interests for exploitation must come to an end. We'll continue to welcome foreign investment, but we must negotiate better for a bigger share of the natural resources that belong to us. And we must insist on value addition to these resources. We're tired of the continued image of poverty-stricken, disease-ridden rural communities living at the periphery of huge foreign-controlled natural resource concession areas. We're tired of having people extract the most they can from us and in return offer us the very least by way of respect, consideration, and dignity. We're tired of not being represented in ways that reveal the richness and complexity of our history or acknowledge all that we have overcome to arrive here in this liminal space of untold possibilities.
Any awoti ye Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama.
Yentua kasiebone ni emboremu ewe ye prayer mantemu na bibiara beye fine eye kuwa ye mebunu ate ewe Nhyiraba South Municipal Assembly nim ewe prayer mantemu ende omaye workshop edi amashenkafo mutwi pragia ewe koforijia na saa train yo mu ye no mu di tu mebunu ne fo mu wo eye pragia business nim so mo modiano mo hwe kwan so jojo ye mrano no mu ndi so sane ebe yo bia nkotwi hyen no basabasa na mfa kwanhia bia embam ewe ye Nhyiraba South Municipality nim na bra mo kasa ewe dwumedie na se na in charge ede makofo Ijia Divisional MTTD eye Chief Inspector Alexander Nanfam ede tuja na oche mu se mo fra bebre na mo school mu no ana mayo ma agency omo de pragia adwuma na no mo beyente no nam so ama se school no omo nkobie ma no ha adwen ewe municipality nim ye papa na we na Chief Inspector sadi tuja na oche mu se ade Ghana Police Service for ebomodin ahwe se mo fra hodo mayo ma agency omo de pragia ana mo betwi no ade ombepa mo amunna no masan so akọ school mu akọ ade esan se o so mutimi be ye ade hye ne abrempon da achi bi no mutimi beboa eye kro no na emom se munina mo ka se mo kwa akọtwi eye pragia hwan ana beba abehwe eye kro ni to mo bomodin ahwe se mo from ayo ma se pragia no mbetwi no mepa mo amunna no matimi so no akọ school mu akọsua ade na wo fra ya wo fon so mo momodin anom hwe so mo ma no omo miska so mo nko school no mo koye pragia honum so mo kwa akọtwi a omo momodin anom ntwoma so no mo sanso so mo nsa enfo mo ko school mu honum no mo nko no mo kosua de sanse huhia sa wo ban so betimi abeyo report da chi bi na nye so betwi pragia keke ewo ye Nhyiraba Municipality ni modern same say edituja
my Chief Inspector me am in charge divisional MTT do Koforidua no akwa di obi pragia no akọtwi na school no onko parents need to feel no say ne ba ko school say yes start yes investigation na ehun say no nkwala ne bebere omo ko school say try na ye ne chairman for no aweshi na ya ka tro mo say sa wo ba na ohun say obi ya say wo share school there no between pragia man na ma wo kwan na won contact parents ohun ne nti a akwa say wo school there no dey answer wo between pragia nkwala bebere school dropout e be do so be kwatro na exams especially JSS exams so kura ko ya say wan kwatro e dey say akwa between pragia so per quick money than school na obokono the first say so e chairman for no e boy na etimi check as ade we a the first say so betwa e dey no ka wo for so mo make sure so mo monitor mo ma so of course at least once a while pay a surprise visit to the school na hwesa ampa oba wo ho na I guess when yama discuss on school no ano there be once a while e don school secondary school boarding house kwa ko e ma de ho da baba okọ e wo ho oba so oba bi kokora ro say no me papa bet ma baba surprise me nyini so obako nti e bon pass a wo fon so mo ni ko mo ma ho mo ni ko ma no mo timi monitor ma nya sa ankola no wa ba say o mo say a be future be burden ama mpanifo na wo ma mo ayi na ka na do so be because wo hwa drivers no o mo family na ya be bi say enyina no ho no ba ko gina ya ma free school ba o hu ne nim nti ama ne drivers ko na red light aso na wa ko gina red light na ase ho no fike passenger ana green light aso ma so won ko ho na wa gina afa passenger ka ne paso mo ko o mo nya ba bi mfa ba this am be cross na ka akọkọ no o mo ni we no wa to ko say nya na de bo nti e be din e de ma ye ba we go so ye ya afa
DLFM 106.9.
Eni ya uti ye in charge at the Makofo Ijia Divisional MTTD Chief Inspector Alexander Nanfam na enwechi ana baba udu cooperative chairman edema pragia achenkafo no kofoyudua editudwa echemu se mofra no eba station ho no manya de ogigi omani sanse omunya hu sika pena chese omure fi school kra esanse omu hu ni se sika na no muhia wa brabom ti omanya de omudi school den na emomo no de hu ni side sua hu hia sanse no beboa omoda chibi eni nto de atudwa pragia fo na omo tototo pragia wo kromo no se wo de pragia no emo obi o so obomodi anatimi hu se nipa no oye school ni anaso onye school ni ansa na de pragia no de ama no na emomu ahwe na de pragia ne mana enya de obesi school dan mu bi nto omomodi ano mo hwe sa ne ma no so ana osre Ghana police service forces on bebomodi acheche sa mabunu na omonchi wom sa ne be yom betimi akọ school akosua de
Mimi search hano die wo ye driver na wo ba hano mo a esa wo do ho be kire me sa de se wo ye school akwala na ba me mepa mo me ma wo de anya adwuma because one praje adwuma no emasika ni pa so ko school na so yes wo di no wu adwuma mu a na anya se bia school na bia obi akọ university wie wo university ni e fa wo betimi aba ka praje ya adwuma ba bi obi no ko school secondary school no won hwe so nko na wa ba o se what is praje anti no wa ba no be ka praje bia fa de wo ka so nko school a onko bia because my first problem is that we want the meme search ni dia say wo ba na say me study na me hu say wo obi a wo school ma pam wo free mistake la but problem one say project honest no e bi so na ni wato nso a on fa me share yan project station penifo no nsa no de ama driver no keke and say wo no amon say challenge obi say wo na auto project na ma no ana and ni e be the police one so dey bam say wo akwala bi ne se kwa no on age ya so driver police one dey o mo nchi wo so that no chi no so a ona no so on friend ona number of ona na ba on charge ona no because akwala no ndu baby asa wo de pragia na de mano kimi ma sama me de mo ka no wo ko school na se me oba na se me university me so ko school dia me mane anye adwuma me hanom na se bia bonti baby na ko adwuma eno so ha because e ba ye se pragia na wo ka effect me enti me de meka ja wo fu no se wo ba hanom na se me ma hu akwala na baby akwala no wo no ye ba hwehwe na ne ye de na ma police na be ya obetimi friends WhatsApp
eni ya wuti ye baba udo no ana ye cooperative chairman edema pragia drivers wo kofoyudua na enwechi ana founder and president edema bibia be ye fan association no Yimano Asare ana edi tudwa na ochemu se ne ekoso ho no de ha adwin ye pa esa sese mabunu no enye sika mo fa anya de papa bia emfa mo ho inru bone ana mode num to no de hu ni se ha adwin ye pa na the accident ahodo akwanhia pa esi wo honom ne no so no ha na adwin ye pa to mo momodin ano mo hwe no mo ntimi nko school no enkonko sua de sanse no na beboa wom no watimi anya adwuma pa aye wo oman ni mu daache to mo momodin ano mo hwe no mo ni sa de sua de hu hia nti mabunu mo kofoyudua no entie ni omo kan se ne be yo mo so be ko school dem honom akosua de
I'm worried. I'm so much worried because even though it's a good job, there's no way we are going to discourage it. But the way and the channel in which some of our youth are indulging themselves in, that is what we are talking about now. That is the challenge we are worried about. That is the issue we being the leaders over here are facing. So what the question that we just asked, what we want to do is what we are doing now. Because we feel sorry, we feel bad to see Akwala so close to know that atare asend bag mu abonechi obedu kroma no abeti pragia no tri na ne ma menso ni mse bia okostu owie so eska obenya no ode koye drugs no mo abuse nti omo na mo drive careless our town tie the chairman ne kan na nti e hard dream na den na ye koye mabu ebeti ya fa education na we see nti ma nti ye sere mo so mbetie na so mo tie ya ye kan e bom kan se nye say youth obeje school e si abanda roma bibia e free for school free na so we school na eja wanya nimdie kakra so formal the informal education ya hunya ba ko na so we nya ba ko we are not complete nti yesro mo even though say wo ye adwuma apeska gu but ale ebedu baby I'm telling you need that just small paper to prove so you are somebody.
Eni ya wuti ye Yimano Asare ono ana founder ana president edema bibia be fine association na ne krakramu ana Eastern Regional Director the Ma Youth Employment Authority Evelyn Enyonam Lochu edi tudwa na ochemu se awofo bia wasamutimi hu se adesua de hu hia ye papa enti se koba se wo se wabofra no wagya school na so kotwi pragia obetimi atia no watimi aye bibia fa ho enye ho kokwasa bia bomodin anatimi ahwe se ne be ya abofra no obetimi akọ school mu honom akosua de
Pacho me didn't Evelyn and you nam Luchi. Me pacho to me who say, Nkola we do na mechanic say PS, peer pressure. Or who say na down for be Agyei school or trip pragia kakra or nyasika bebre. Imba pebio to me nyapena school if in so. Send your American. Most of the problem will tax it to parents because a bad thing be a kolane dana komaso or peso school on shakolano, manim Janin free school and Kuchi Pragia. JSS A free, primary free, secondary free, ama university crampo, was on your first year for free, then you me a pay. And something necessary embrace. Into ye as youth authority, yet something is alarming. Why you be collaborating with education sector? Can Akolano Ebia was at school, Uncle school, we have to know why Akolana drop it out of school. You didn't Akolana drop it out of school. Now the second task will be meeting parents. So a parent-child communication. My parents need to say that everything that we need the key to understand everything. Even so, scale education a win. Once CSA went to me and King Kaya. So we address a Sebi, Ubaka Kofa retouching Edia washing into Bia at least education to some extent before we to me Arabibium. Into Abanisana, we will target the parents. They are having parent-child communication. They are my parents not see the importance of education. With that, and I think say you bet to me see this issue I know our municipality.
Enia Uti Eastern Regional Director Edema Youth Employment Agency Evelyn Enyonam Lochu na maniboy and Sam Troni continue Kofi Obo and a different poemantemu ebesum yen.
Yantua Cassia one swear, Nyanko Swanyamo, our Pia Matamnum, na Yamura mu, our Pomudimu. Na Massini Cratchy, Edema this year, one a was whom Abato and Piswasu a Pia Matamnum. The Dane Eddie Lydia or Hinawam. Eden Sam Atuja H. say, Yanfia Nico Terry Simre, Sumania Meradi, if the same. A yes to whom a buying air Sabia. Metres whom government hospital no, in fact, emergency ward no, Sadia no, who papa, I just say, a 1 year back okram. Yama me say, a million to say, now what you can't tell me, no one more dear nine, we didn't copy on no choir, in fact. Near motion, papa say, it is whom a buyer Sabia pa emergency ward in Pan I say no. A real say more couldn't do, who pam. Now, Yama me say, said ye, Tebiana no, who pa. If the sabi, any pakwa sabia say, or quack prenenqua, abononqua hopine. And the sadia suhuma by Sabiana no, Camia quite the sabi, any peko honoma, no Zako fire dear, etimi, edia kufi. Na ochirema, and I'm the sentinum. A management Tamada assembly nana bohoma day, etimi, aqua quayan special honoma quasha winina, Sabia babua. No how do I, suhum abaya sabiano, one ebetimi, esiano, ochirema. Any atanya who do in fact, near my who do on Quay Bako cram. Emma Aeroform Cohormon, in fact, one of my Sahu Aya Dimpam. Yama Milidia, or Hinawaka Semo, and which me same. What I said or how, Kofo a years to whom a buyer Sabiana Comuna. And ya dear Bako a year bako. Into the Mashasia, ACS emergency ward in Manimiada, Ebois, Eddie Acadia or the commons of a bois. Not a doctor for another for me, Juma, I was to whom a buyer Sabiano. We met him a Jumaye, now Bonomatimiaje, and Nipa Enquam. Na esuhum man sini aya krachi echire sem. Ghana man penny John Dramani Mama ba ye no. Na ne gusua eku ya pomuden hu nti ogusu ba dwumade obeboa pam. Na Ghana de hia wonom epa ayarsa no. Wonom sa etimi akam. No fa onya we so e de adesra de to Ghana man nyinanim. Titiru ne ankwankre. Ana afen so enwumaku ahodo a enhya abase echire mu de adre de. Ye ntimi mfa ne nyina mfa nkoto abanso. Ye nyina ye moem. Na suhum abanya sabia ne yampa mo kakra fa nkoboa. Na de hia kwa hono mo kwagya rehwe no. Wamodosi ye pa ne nyina yenko bone sum ayare sabia no etimi enfantoma pa enfenfra de nsem sei eti yensem training continue kofi obo enim ewa pie mantem nim
for me be inspection na 3 days ni emergency bi e de me ba ha sei na me right emergency ni me hu set niam bebre wo ho a enkoyi because sometimes na pomodin hu hia pa en sese ye ba hospital ni esan be fire fofo bi ye den e kofi because yenim se ba hospital a sometimes environment ne keke create be ma ho to enti ye hu se ye emergency no ehia attention pa ehia se assembly ni ye be ba ababaye inspection ye how best you bet me asiesie ho ama ye man for mo yare ana say yare bi ede won ba ha say no mudu ha won akoma ye den ato woyem enti ne assembly staff name coordinating director with health director medical soup any work department by ye be assessment say ye ba be hye niema ehia any how ye bet me put place no in good shape ama ye man for mo ba o menya abotoyem no menya won healthcare Probably Enquiries or emergency. Some of their equipment to sell flow meters, SPO2, thermometers, and all that in the crowd. It's not in good shape. You have some of the plaster to tarry home anyway. No say near man warm beds. Near many now, because it may less than your manner a be brave. In the assembly, near be how best that any many me I near renovation. Ama hospital na enya afa ne ntamapa if me ba ye me hu patients omoda ho na bed ni bi wo ho kra ebubu na omoda so na bed ni bi wo ho kra be shiti nse so na me bisa me ho se ye ba ha se ye ba beje yaresa ni afa yare fofra kofi ana ceiling hu leakages toilet seats ebi ni ho anyway nti mirror ho so we will try our best as assembly na ye de niema atutu ye but say obi anso betime nka no assembly na are ready for their assistance and their support it will be our willing to let me abey to come and support the assembly na hear this project so they are all welcome say omuma wakoma enye den ento wonyem na me hye won bo se aha maba na me free ha kono enye kwa omo be hu improvement as soon as possible engineers for no me say omo sign back biem ya kire won medical super check any health director stress any person omo person place near den eye
ni a wotie bo hura mu e wo suhum eno no wa pie mantemu a ono ena ye MCE me kire aban krachi panin a ohwe asamre no esom ne den edonim nyamfo Lydia ohyenewa na eno ache no ena na adole alote oye adwuma ewo suhum aban arasabe ho no moden etimi agi MCE ene o mpanifo mba moden ablance ahwe awa sabia ho no mo na o kiremu in fact o mu huna man ne papa ye nyasem kumo enne nkwanhia hodo eba ho no mo pa titiw na emergency ward ho no mo no nyasem kuma na o kiremu a beya bosom kakra ntemu ni nkwanhia hodo aba ho no mo no beboro beye ahamiensa 300 accident victims pa ana ko pia wono mo beye bosom kakra bi ntem na koba ne sabe emergency ward no o mu ni akade a na beje na o maboa na o matimi age nipa nkwa na adole alote kiremu sem oda MC asepa na mum osrada say oho ahodo e ha no momoden anu mu yi no mfa mo na kande be mbehia no o mfa mebo no mu nyina so nyina mo na so mbadwumade no momoa na pomuden etifa ntuma pa emfemfra e wosuhum abato empeso aso
na adole alote NS a trained nurse emergency nurse specialist working at the emergency unit of Suhum Government Hospital. In fact, it's just recently I came here, barely 1 year, barely 2 years. The Suhum Government Hospital, in fact, is a very busy unit that on monthly basis we take admissions like 300 and above cases, of which most of our cases are traumatic cases, people that are involved in road traffic accidents. Apart from that, snake bites, dog bites, and other emergencies pop in. In fact, the management of the hospital have very motivated and have done all their best to provide resources and other things to be used for work. But with the pressure of patients that comes here, especially the road traffic accident cases, it poses a great challenge to the unit, of which usually our beds are not enough. Most of our beds are not enough. We don't have equipment like oxygen concentrators. We don't have equipment like ventilators, a lot of desktop computers and other things to accommodate the number of patients we are getting here. And so we are very grateful that today MCE was here to look at the place, and we'll be glad if the whole emergency unit is looked at, is renovated so that we can have a lot of equipment and other items to use to attend to our case.
Eni a wotiebo wuramu ewo Suhum aban ya sabia oye nurse ni a wagentete pa obo adwumadin yipa eden edena adole alote ena wote nene na mane boy yen 'Nsem 'Twe' ni kontenhene Kofi Opo ena difiri epie mantemu ebesom yen.
Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy, 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 Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy
Yentoa kasebone so na sokori mampo municipal assembly no Asante Mountain mu ahyase bubu adan a eno no ewa abu anu ni si aban asase so echemu se eya ade ansuyiri efa honum ye pa enu ntino mo nam so edi bubu adan ne sanse si aban asase so na hu hia so mbesisi o ma adan so ewo honum no chiema okwa abu honum na ya ade o masi edan no ewo nsue na no eno ha adwen ye pa nti no mabamodin atimi abubu adan no esanse ye wo nsutobre mu ewo man Ghana mu nti se kobasa na chese nsuyiri ana asi ewo honum na ye municipal chief executive eye Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan elituja echemu so momo na watwe bago so momodin a no munyi eye o madan no efen free honum enu nti nam so anomakwa kobubu adan ne sanse adenti anobi amamo kwan sam nkwana mkosi adan wo honum na makwa kosisi madan ewo honum na nsuto a na chese nsuyiri ana esi ewo mpotem honum no chiema eye nsase ahodro sanso na mafo agapade no esai esanso makosisi adan no ewo epona no achese ekobasa na nsuyiri ni si na mafo agapade na sai odinsem say edi etuja
baby atise ya obviously broni friend of wetland ye Ghana emre mu no elise ye any physical construction bia ewo ha no bibisa airport America ka atwam no yetu ho anamon de bofo ba hanom ema ye be ka kire omo se de omo ye bia no etiamra because one omo need the necessary land documentations ema omo kwan se omo develop asase no ana two approval permit e wo se assembly ene de ma enso so enya ade se omo need nso omo nya adwuma no intentem na omo wo sankrata asem bia no a omo de aba assembly asoye enya ade se omo ba ye ba ne no nso so no ade se construction no ongoing esa airport machine ye de ba ne hu se ha no kura no enso no ta ha too much extent say the machine wu mu kura machine no so be stack nti ama demolition no ye ntimi anye ye ne omo aka e dia no baba ye aka kire omo se emre mu no o se ye ba ne ye be demolish ya esa ese charge omo ye bo omo ka for the cost of demolition o mama ye assurance say omo aka sa be demolish o mama ye 1 week assurance so omo be demolish structure no nti ade say after 1 week ye ba ne ye demolish ya ye aka say be demolish na ye wi a ese charge omo ne ya bo omo ka e wo e ka ye bo ya ye de ba ye e be demolish structure tempo amana omo tutu kura de iron rods nhim no obo hu se amana ni nyina nsu firi mu ba clearly Ghana emre mu no enya de se ba bi se yesi edan ho o hwe de to so konum nyina ne ade o hu se abrosan pa asenke ama ground floor no dodo no a ewura fom nti eya de se e ha agene ntwa yi o hwe a ba bi a ye hwe elidia ko ba bi e fe no aboabo pelele no ye problem kase pa enche ye fra ye ne the World Bank Group any ministry no water resources works and housing any guide group no e bi ho nkoma ye gu so de adesre de esre World Bank ne se o mbetini aba abe sponsor ne ye re-engineering of the storm drain.
Eni ya uti ye municipal chief executive Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan.
We are yenyina we swe na yenke ka madwenkyera mode aba no sema kakra tem na yentoa kasebo no esuwe ye free piaga na ode aba na wo say in fact ohwe live edi free achem asafo de aka ne ajo kwa kan wo party headquarters medas nyame nkyira comfort mati de aba na say good evening wo Sammy B ene Adjoa Agyei Sikapa in fact kasebo ne mo de panemum ade say na wira hopa shenkani na wakwakunya nkwanhia ewotama vakura na about na wafiri musa na ye ne yapa na monhwe mo hu ye ohwe live edi free greater US shaman eno no na sweet Elizabeth me wafa se o ma ya adwopa na in fact esamene adwoa kasebo ne de mo de pa we so ye kwadwa ni adwoa kasebo mo de na we say o di sweet berry o di free Lebanon zone 4 me da se santo na hona bo franka mankwa o say live from Kitase no say then sir Mr. Manyosem the other bad you can of party headquarters who of Menkan Manyosem messages Yaminshra ye politics wa Hans in the Abano say good evening Sammy B near Adjoa Agyei Sikapa in fact Kasebone more the palm no share live ready for Atomic Hotel dan some man Dio Hansen you know see dear news no size me da pa na pempens we dear a good day ma comfort for next from me wafa say JC Abawuda hanam ana fenso Bismarck di edusai na wonim edrum pempenswe dia wo ma be bojem na Ghana ensema do de tintiman awa agudie mu sensemu no wo ma be tuja enumre na yentie we
DL Power Sports DL Power Sports DL Power Sports DL Power Sports emwade ejawom dedew DL Power Sports on DLFM 106.9.
Agudie mu akonfofo na ye krado meko amonchen base mark di edu se na mpom di sei.
Mova, you are gusu shami.
Ya de nyame ase pa, na me hwe se de kwan afa so agege atamu na nsem ne dose ho.
Oh yes, and commode bebre na.
Ghana football na da so ho. E wo ho.
Na dey matters I rise here boxing. After say ba uba ewi
on papa na ni susa.
Komo bebre na we chi.
Na sa boxing ne kura no abrofo no mo ye adendro mo ye sa agro no. Enye o, eni peti pa na o de ko ne aboma kwa gisika. Any point by ya de yenya oh ya de bone enti ubusu ani box na nka betu no fo so onko so anko
oh se no ho de no betimi abo ebi mu nko ade
sika na benya ni tinka fa ho me de ya de ba ko amempe bako uzo bi box mpena ne ho kra mmobo ana ade utire kwa gisika Mr Jesse na mpom de sei
ofa bibia boko
de nyame ase se ne de mbebo jam ho ebre ne ntin yenya mo na mo ka jangum na nsema hodo a edi etintiman e wo my Ghana na ma no ensem no Monfangu from Magana Tiefo, Ehu de Ekro.
Valenti, Jamo Bibia Kwaba Biaman Famra Dia 106, Donna Emrason, say Jedia Good Moon Sam, Eversman, Mino in Siacasia. So, me did the best mark. I do say, oh, friend, a man be saying, Minimia Bema, Jesse. Now, and you may shank common as ya, not ye shall say their free. My main car said, Mister, I'm Kwame from Kenneth Ata, I know Borama, so tell you, Medina producers, Yen and Yanum. Ana Jaka Yantuma Pano, Yadi Jumadi neighbor, champion Kofi Taylor Dama, and also at the to Facebook where one so oh join show live on Facebook and on second Jumadina. Yashan Komobana City, I shas here, area fee and patron, and Kupaya Duma Dauchina, Ghana Premier League match week 3 no air shas here, Nea Kraha Suffolk, and Bobo Kwaya from 11 wonders, Nakupaya Duma Dauchina, game no tuja, and so Accra Sports Stadium 5 p.m. Me patron Koma Ediso and say get proceedings, popular stand 30 cities, central near 50 city, lower VIP 100 cities, and upper VIP 150 city, VIP, and also 200 city way, and Komokakra a free but ahead of the game, and as I can say proud to the game, Openia, your friend Masau Didi Dramani, or your head coach, and so Edema Accra has to folk, the glorious Continental has to folk. Me about you, I didn't come Accra, or see a name, the boys, no sharing with some back clinical when it gets to say, Neombe do final tether, Ombe Timmy I consistent, idea can say relevant, and I feel mental toughness in Umpono, a back on Kayenti Masau Didi Dramani.
Being more clinical in front of goal, it means a lot because we need to intensify our setting of the mental approach where we can stay very consistent, where we can stay very relevant, and where we can continue to express our direction.
We ayan koma openina Jeffen Masau Didi Dramani and so any day away from there me pacho Pakwadana. Jeffen Kelvin or Sesibe and so any din koma only say on it the former club 11 wonders and I'm patron and coupon ya duma or no mushia akoshia boom patron also edin koma say ejaye.
And at the same time, he's going to play against Hearts of Folk. So, Enquiries easy games are because on all Bunny and only has never been and or ban all out about that game. But yes, so that. So we are going all out on Friday. We are going to deliver what they have taught us.
We are in Sema Kwadana, Jeffeno Kelvin or Sesibe, and so I can ahead of the game and Yankupaya Duma Dutchna. Omane 11 wonders and so ever boy Yemfiho, not Jemfe and Inchim our Access Bank Division 1 League. Me Patromenuka say, Openia, your friend Daniel Nhyiraba Agyei. Ono ana name penifua yi ne se oya ambassador na mpatro nyankopon aduma over the weekend games ne shase me patro Daniel Nhyiraba Agyei eni edin komo o se last season expectations na omo hwe ni musa league no so betimi ayi no omo nsa kan yentie Daniel Nhyiraba Agyei
no ye metie because teams na qualify by premier na obia ebo ne homodene and then teams na impo no man timi an qualify no na omo performance no e was so yet make us last season no expectations no yetimi achieve.
We yes, Busan say proud to this season. No me patro share ni musa no se masa. This season there emoye do. If say natural for so about board and me no ka say after game bia no me patro betimi yi man of the match so and matches no so pina and so be twegu live on televisions into your player we your coach me patro except this season there oma dem bona e kon kan.
This season no clubs no more home because package na about this season no different from last season because there were NASCAR every match biano man of the match award and some of the matches no be back TV so this season may expect players and coaches and so me I work very hard to the Division 1 league me akoso last year there.
Where Penina Jeffene Daniel Nhyiraba formerly of Kumasi Asante Kotoko na yatenenka se onunsu din komo ewo Access Bank Division 1 League na mfrio na Jemfre ni enchirem ewo under 20 Women's World Cup qualifier nyankopon ya dema eda Sunday beto dwamame Kyle se first game na se first leg no enso etodwa ewo man from Tunisia Ghana tomo ekobo meka poli mienu man ntimi ante nyankopon ya dema Sunday return leg na baso na mpacho babaso and so our Accra Sports Stadium 3 p.m. Ana game no so baso me patro head coach Edema the Black Princesses openia your friend Charles Samson and so din komo CNA game on Tunisia akobo e nanu ada and so Tunisia monte so na the girls no dodo na inexperience and so o ma fanti na bebre na so ye nervous ade e kan se hu kakra and so wom na so dia ni nyina mu no omo so ensetimika 3 maximum points and ase ade e kan se win yentie coach Charles Samson.
Preparation has been good. We are glad that we were able to come to this game. We've been waiting for it for a long time. The girls were a bit nervous, which was normal, but we got what we wanted. So.
And I Penina Jeffrey Charles Samson. Oh yeah, you start to busan say I'm Nyankopon aduma Sunday girls no a day ana yen show many must say na yen show say on benya improve performances and say Ghana on be bone there. Ade can say pressure bia any girls no so.
Has been to upgrade our performance a little better. We got the win that we wanted, but we couldn't play the way we expected. So, and I could understand also with the stress in some of the girls and also inexperience in most of the girls that haven't played this sort of high-profile game. So now I hope that the home game will give us more calmness in our game and we can express ourselves more.
Jewe yasa twa su busa say fans no expectation it say or say way first time Black Princesses and so competitive match it say to hwe ni mu say Ghana ni bia nyankopon ya aduma Sunday ye betimi aba na ya be support girls no
Baubali and then I make catch them live
Jantwa so kosi say ye msabe kan no je de bema o dwumade ensu yemfi
here to show a lot of Ghanaians will come to watch us. It's our first time that we're coming to play here to show what we have been doing all this while. So we hope that there will be a lot of support.
Hello, Penina, your friend Charles Samson, OD under 20 women's team, no, and so on. Come on, everywhere. Jenfa, Yaninchre boxing sense, Enra, Mr. Kwame Fume be break it down. And so, Jumadi, so the Marcel Brantena, your friend of Bau Bali me patroni, Mr. and Anwada Okojinum, and so Bukom boxing arena, and I'm Patra Kwadana, your friend Jacob Dixon, and also Massa, or Boni Papa, Okotie voice, and answer Oduna, Obeti Agbe Bau Bali, Agbe, not just Abrantiano, blows new corner, woman, say, a fans need the Omonte, say, or Sebi or Dogo bin pon wabo, and then come up a brena, and so a frisa as well, but Meno Kasaya Penina, your friend Mohammed Amin Lamte, or no air communications director, and so the Ghana Boxing Authority, me patro wedding come on, or say Aquadano, under Openia, your friend Abraham Kote Nikwe, or no air pass, say former president, and so the Ghana Boxing Authority, I say, Opanini suspended Akwadana, Jeffrey Bau Baliasan say, ni head condition, Adia can send a pomudeno, na and Kwan so Bau Bali went here, and Wakwajisa blows a kutrukuwe, and Swashishan and Fuene, or that Datni Benkum, Sientie Mohammed Amin Lamte.
Bau Bali, and then I make catch them live. Abraham Kotenikwe, or no, or checky Bau Bali, who say Bau Bali is not, it is not fit for boxing. Yes. Mina me catch up. Okay. No, any technical director Shadraka Kwe. Any chairman of promotion, a lot of fake. Or more be catch up your meeting, me board meeting. Almost say Baubali need not to be allowed to fight. Okay, because Olusu fight to be. Olusu fight by technical knockout, he need to be suspended. So the 28 days, he went to the 28 days. After the second fight, until it's almost about 3.5, 4 months. And how would you convince me, say, a boxer like Baubali, within a year, he has fought almost 4 fights.
ɛno ɛyɛ communications director de ma Ghana Boxing Authority Mohammed Amin Lamte ana yɛte ne nka no na yɛwie na no pai senior journalist a yɛfrɛ no Nana Dakwa Jasi ɛnso Max Park Sports Park so ɔne ɔpanin a yɛfrɛ no Mr. Abraham Nikote Nikwe Kote atwetwe nkɔmmɔ ɔpanin no ma menka nkyerɛ sɛ former GBC anaasɛ GBA president me patron ne din koma ana o confirm ya ma say under the regime no o ka kira akoda say on twe no enso emfree boxing sensemu kakra ana wantie
say onu be wuni there. I think the GBA could have prevented it because during my time Bahubali we suspended Bahubali because of the medical issues, you understand. So I don't know why they allow Bahubali to fight.
And also any opinion Jeffreno Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe Jamfa Fisama Jabwa Nancy na Jesse and so far Amanan common Jesse. Another answer why you doing too much.
Yeah, all right.
DL Power Sports. DL Power Sports.
Yɛntoa so ɛmfama de anenko PM Europa Games a ɛna so etimi kɔ so nkrofon kro so dia ukoko PM ade a ɔfa Kwame Afum saa so no ɔbo Raman ɛna Brante FM Kenneth Arthur ɔmo ɛna ɛta yɛsi ntimi fa show no ntimi ɛmfamro ɛna Kofi Taylor so no etimi de PM so Facebook abia no etimi kɔ anka PM Europa Games a ɛna etimi kɔ so da yɛsɛ ɛna esiti ukoko PM de ade a ɛbɔ 4 o'clock pepepe ɛna team FM Go Ahead Eagles ɔmo timi tena fie ɛma team FM FCSB etimi kɔtwa na kaba kɔ a wɔntimi anti Lily Metropole so no abra no night me bɔ pepe no mutimi tena fi mutimi to omsa e de fe team FNC brand game team ba ye no na de mutima she 2 ama ana ba ma team FNC brand so no atima team ba ko bia na timi ko ye e de ma team FNC Lily Metropole ufra no so dia e wo Aston Villa Park no e bo 7 na honom e na Aston Villa betima tena fi no mutima to omsa e timi da fe team FNC Bologna na mo so mutima da win town sama bia no e tima konka Rangers e betima tena fi e wo Scotland no ma to omsa e da fe gang from Belgium na bia so tima konka team Red Bull Sidebook e so betima tena fi no ma to omsa e da FC Porto so free Portugal man no team da rent time so no ama bia so etima konka influence nko PM Germany man dia e honom e na team FNC Stuttgart bet match na fi no matom san e da Celta Vigo no so matimi da si ankan no ama bia etima konka Utrecht e bet match na fi Netherlands man no matom san fe Lille Metro na o matom san so no e da Olympic Lyon so no ama bia etima konka Young Boys e bet match na fi Switzerland man no matom san e da team FNC Panathinaikos no so matimi da rent time sama bia no etima konka influence nko PM so no ade Carabao Cup no ade nra any games Europe no 18 bars after the game 18 bars we no say and the next parents no so no esite ko PM dia ade Arsenal betima to mo na Arsenal so no omani team FNC Brighton and betima hia ko PM so Grimby so no and say Grimby Town Manchester United now for no ade mo so betima to no to mo sam e da frɛ Brentford no team dey see akama bia no etima kon kasa no ko PM dia ade Swansea City so no omani team FNC Manchester City Newcastle betima hia team FNC Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool so no betima hia team FNC Crystal Palace no team da rentam some bia no etima kon Wolverhampton Wanderers e betina fi no matima to mo san so no e da frɛ world champions Chelsea so no ama bia no etima kon ka France ko piem e won sam from dia ade nra no so no ade games Europe no etimi ekoso Spanish La Liga nemom de na babia ye de ani kire no e game Atletico Club de Madrid no mutimi tina fie e Wanda Metropolitano no mutimi to mo san e de frɛ team FNC Real Vallecano game team ba ye no na ade Atletico Club de Madrid no mutima hye kan miensa a team FNC Real Vallecano so no o mutima te kan minimum the hero of the day no na ya Brante FNC Julian Alvarez game team ba ye no a Brante intimate man of the match a wotimi share 3 goals na bia no etimi kwa na ko pie mu dia ade subsequent and previous games no a Brante FNC Julian Alvarez na Brante Papa FNC Diego Simeone no ntimi mfa ne ode ne bokra so a ade a omutimi ma ne mbo bia minute ni na so ntimi no ntimi na firim ne mu ade a no game team ba ye Papa FNC Diego Simeone etimi kokko cha Brante FNC Julian Alvarez a wotimi bam na ma bia no etimi kwa nkanti no after the game no and central for etimi twa bra Brante FNC Julian Alvarez no musan say e de ba de kwa bu ne timi serve as motivation timi de man na no wotimi share that 3 goals no ma bia den etimi kwa nkan over the weekend so ade o mu team FNC Real Madrid and etimi kwa akobo game no semben and etimi wo e kan fa sa game no mo kwa akobo no e den no 3 goals a wotimi share no enti nsema Brante no etimi kan
lo de esta noche. ¿Es una forma de resarcirse lo de esta noche?
Bueno, aclaro, lo dije recién, se dijo todo eso por las redes sociales, pero es más lo que se dice por fuera que lo que pasa por acá adentro. La verdad que está todo muy bien y esas no fueron las palabras que de la lectura del labio que hicieron. La verdad que, bueno, fueron otras palabras, malas palabras que dije. Estaba enojado conmigo porque, bueno, no me habían salido las cosas.
All right, we say so in summer Brant FM say Julian Alvarez and what me can find 3 goals with me share and game a Sunday or meet my friend Real Madrid so a bit my cocoa the influence and copy so England yeah their team friends Arsenal or missing paying for the commerce so do Sasha Brun so tama and when it's where the team air contia my Brant FM say William Gabos friends Saliba so are there or money so more yet my years Brantiano are there a contract in Caden get my in the year 2027 name almost said Real Madrid force in the Barcelona might my show interest Brant FM say William Saliba so man hwe ya ade a obi so no ebetima be hwim ne timi de na kwenti omne abrante no ade ya 90% abrante na tima je to mi se obetima renew no contract no till 2030 sama bia no atima koye da matima fence Arsenal nya ono kwa na kopiem so omne abrante fence Bukayo Saka so no asase edi nkomo so enche bia no ade on so betima stand ne contract no e da Arsenal ma bia so no atima konga ye France kopiem so no e on Nottingham Forest so aso ye dia enche pi e na omtim pam mom coach fence Nuno Espirito Santo at papa ne timi kwae no e na omtim kokofa papa fence ze Anji Postecoglou ye den etine be so ntime to aso fama Newcastle so mutim no papa ntime be enoma ntime hyere nkoye man ye kra wetima bo 4 games ne first game na ade Arsenal timi chi na wetimi bonus e ka ne miensa wantima ntime ne second game no so no wetimi tena fie e ma timi fence Swansea City timi ko twa na ka ne miensa wetimi tie umie no e na ne third game no so no ade wetimi board draw na oni team fence Burnley so no omutim bo wan ne ndra so na ade anra no wetimi ko Spain na wetimi ne team fence Real Sociedad Real Betis no etimi kokko bo 2-2 en nkrofo pia sha se kan se papa no so wantima hwe dia wantima hwe dia that Newcastle and I say team FM Nottingham Forest paying for so no I don't meet major no kwan so man my amana so am na team because so we hwe the game so aba wetima bottle for nyina no the best cramp no etim air draw we say so in some so if you Newcastle so by break bi da man na nwumre so no e wo dia 106.9 mega so na nwumre nko pm so no Brant FM Olivier Giroud so aso dia dia after say Brant FM Osman Dembele so no etima akwaje Ballon d'Or so no etim e dia ba no Brant FM so ntimi nkasa was in fact e wiase de say wo hono pa ne say no be o picture in fact say bia wo no fa Sammy bibi o picture na say Bismarck adu say ana say bia fa afumi ana say Sikapa bia no watima save nya sa enu ba bi no unya ne be no mati na tima twa say picture no what I say because say wo hwa Brant FM Osman Dembele pa no ne pa no mo my fans France o mo na sa team campa na nko bi ka kire nsa Brant FM Osman Dembele bre betima du pa ama one no ama sa Brant etima ba je Ballon d'Or o say nko ntimi ngin dida enti e wiase we say no de dia dana dane enti shi obi a ana watima titin ye we say so nsema Brant FM Olivier Giroud ye de tudwa ye break bi da ma na nwumre so na e wo dia 106.9 mega so na nwumre France nko piem so no e wo Liverpool so no o ma so ye dia nra na Carabao Cup no team FM Liverpool so no o mo ne Southampton team die etimi da kan se etimi share so game team ba wie no na dia o matima se team FM Southampton so no matima bo matima che o mo etima bo ma kan menu a o ma ntima na Brant etimi share second goal FM Brant FM Hugo Ekitike no dia ono na etimi share second goal no e ma bia so na etimi konkan na Brant etimi share second goal no e na otimi run atade no say na dia Brant no wetima the first yellow card in the second yellow card no otimi run atade otimi ji ye no eno etimi ma Brant no etimi di red card etimi di red card so no etimi free game no e na team FM Liverpool paying for etimi dia o mo se o maka che wiase nyina say Brant no sade no otimi ye no woni se wetima the first red card wetima the first yellow card etimi on second yellow card no otimi ji ye no was na dia Brant no so wetima comport no and the indiscipline Brant FM Hugo Ekitike etimi ye no enu kopiem da Liverpool paying for say yan kan kire wiase nyina say enam da indiscipline na Brant no so no wotimi da na di field no so wotimi je red card ni so no Brant no ade ni 2 week salary so no ade o metima reduce no say dem no se beje no say ade no oje 10 Ghana cedis o meti so no metima na 5 Ghana cedis so no ama bia so atima konka we say so ni nsama team FM say Liverpool so no paying for no e da tuja ade from Brant FM Hugo Ekitike ho a ono so ye break bi da ma na nwumre ukoko piem eso e wo Europe so dia ade major European competitions ye timi ko no o mo sha say teams a o mo ntimi lose bi no only 4 clubs personal and o mo ntimi lose game bia so no Europe ukoko piem dia say na sitie team odi kan no FC Porto o mo say season as nyale so matima lose game bia so team ho no team otoso mienu no team FM say Liverpool and dotoso miensa no team FM say Bayern Munich and the last one so no Real Madrid we say the only 4 clubs are ukoko piem Europa ye say season as no ade o mo ntimi lose game last story na say team 2 yasere so no dem fan nsem ne team bra wi no ukoko piem Liverpool for so maso ye dia ade o makora reso no no wetimanya 16 years no osina kan de mom all those no wetimanya 16 years de na no wetimisi kan sitting mom na no ntimi nsa official contract a brand fns ro ngomo ha so no ade enne no wetimi de pen atima sinkra to so a wetima sign 3 years no ada matima fns libu kopie mu de ade enra na wetiminya 17 years unya on a professional football no so wetiminya 17 years dia it means ade obetima sign professional contract so no ada ma club nta brand fns ro ngomo ha so osina kan ada matima fns libu so no no wetiminya 17 years enti na ade libu for net matnasia o matama 3 years contract say in the next 3 years ne de ono ma na betimi ahwe wo mse kwa no e wasase nya kra mpona de obobo ano e na betimi enti emfansi na de minja mu emfama offer Sammy bi so no e o studio A
Jesse
offer
ma kompa na madam fu bi wa ha na wo say o asem bi ka kire munti na yenko
nti wan kan no kra me you secret
ayu ne
wo secret wa me ba chan e dey secret me ba chan ta ma ka kire me say oya man say adwuma wa identi one ne ile ni ja ye ni say ono okwa anajo nti bi wo ha e wo man no abafiri nti obai na be ma foforo ne yele no eda
catch me
ma
mo me kushia opele mame uko mi awase no fu mame oh mame me na mi busa na sema mame me pa chao na ma atwum kakra na mabo ana me dam ho akomachi no wabetina machi na msa ko so nufu tinye se bia wo na mada
na mada wo ba ya no wo huni no mada na obo so me nufu fi wase ba na me de me ba ma wo na me wo so me nufu na mada
enti Jesse ne ye friend say me wofa Bismarck adu say secret ne na me ye pie no ndi wo ha ade akrachi ye eti wo say
say wono kire ne nsemu say
wanshada ena opele di nsa kwaka na ase nufu wanya de kura o
enchiremu ne se wanshada na ba ku bi wase Christ me akwara na boy asama yen kaso
eti no me fa kwanya we so abom kokko mo hweda mo nsa nkwaka mo nsi se mo nya nwade ye
every time nsa shembo ti dabi
mo nyina obi anwale mo twen den
ye kra ni bi
mo twen den
yo for betimi
mo ya no na yen kwa mo twen den
o mo se bibia wa ne mre
e wa ne Ghana yetimi
me de menya girl di anka
what de
offer
Monya uradi ya monsoro nko manga sana me humu life am say sujedi ya mpe pa
we say ade we say ye no say de o memu say make us obi ni mi endi ni yi no agro ni bi de mempe no e be ne pa na confuse ndi be na no we confuse na bi by mistake ni say de
ndi wan sheda mate yambo e china ba ku bi wo ne so e be ka ho ase enti monsoro nko wai matamu ase ndi ya me ya adoma ya me pe mu ye besia agude mu akonfofo na wote omonka na kwa miafum taachire pa me se ono be hwa no wosena yibosom no ona mo mola support no manya hoden de bu adwuma sa ne ka se bone ye de asi emusemufo ne ye me berantwene se mo ede ema yen bema tentene ga mo wini ahofa dwa no di champion tailor ono ye friend sansuro jana no bonu tu a ohuru petepe na baba ne nyina yira de ekopie mo Facebook and afin YouTube makase bono wonya bi ehwe ye DJs gibi echinchim efdede fruma edesom yen akenka fo mienu a ye hune tia sentem e besi nkonya besoma nimre no edi ameje so eye wowofa Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi mene
Adjoa Agyei Sikapa
ye kwenhwan na eba
DJs gibi
program ne ye den
awoso
ene ye hia ne free semre kopem se nonu de radio no aba enwompa ne kasade so di popram ni ma mo nyina moniti a ade hye
Kwame ade